What if I told you that headaches killed two random people and the person behind the murders was trying to hide a killing closer to home? Tonight, on Secret Spells and Shadows, we crack open the Stella Nickell case. Painkillers were turned into weapons, so one death could hide behind many. I'm Victoria Unikel, artist and media mogul by day and modern witch exorcista by night. Every Thursday, we uncover a true tale, proving the world is darker than fiction. If you are ready, hit like and subscribe. And let's begin. Let's travel to Auburn, Washington, a small town of less than 30,000 residents. It was June 5th, 1986. A light rain fell on the trailers near the Green River. Stella Nickell worked at a plant nursery. In her mid-40s, she dreamed about having more money and believed life owed her something. She lived in a mobile home with her second husband Bruce, who was relaxed and easygoing. Early that afternoon, Bruce walked in holding his hat. Stella pulled a bottle of Excedrin extra strength from the shelf and opened it to give Bruce 2 green and white capsules. 10 minutes later, Bruce collapsed face down on the kitchen floor. He shook violently and foamed at the mouth. Paramedics rushed Bruce to the hospital, but he was dead on arrival. Doctors believed his death was due to emphysema, and it was made worse by alcohol and smoking. Stella signed the death papers with a shaky hand, took Bruce's wedding ring, and called the insurance company. 13 days later, on June 18, Sue Snow woke up before sunrise. Sue was 40, healthy, and managed a local bank. Sue took 2 Excedrin capsules and ran the shower. Moments later, she collapsed on the bathroom floor. Paramedics smelled bitter almonds on her breath. That smell indicated cyanide poisoning. Sue died before she reached the hospital. The medical examiner ordered an autopsy. It confirmed cyanide poisoning. Detectives checked Sue's bottle of Excedrin capsules. They discovered that the capsules contained bright pink cyanide crystals. Investigators went to the Safeway store where Sue purchased them and found more bottles from the same shipment that also contained cyanide. All Excedrin capsules were removed from shelves. The media quickly picked up the story. News anchors warned viewers nationwide. They advised everyone to check their medicine cabinets. People remembered the similar Tylenol poisoning cases in Chicago in 1982. Federal agencies got involved, including the FBI and ATF. Investigators checked sales records and tracked shipments. One local resident who contacted authorities was Stella Nickell. Stella called the hotline, sounding nervous. "I believe my husband Bruce also died from poisoned pills." Federal agents were suspicious. Stella had not mentioned cyanide when Bruce died. She explained she saw another victim's symptoms reported in the paper. Authorities did another autopsy. It confirmed Bruce had cyanide poisoning. The investigators now had 2 linked deaths caused by the same poison medication. Agents checked Stella's insurance claims. Bruce had 2 life insurance policies. Together, they totaled $31,000. However, the amount rose to $176,000 if his death was accidental. A natural death paid very little. Cyanide poisoning, considered accidental, would give Stella a large payout. Investigators looked at Stella's library records. She had borrowed several books about poisons, including Deadly Harvest, the Poisoner's Handbook, and the chemistry textbook discussing cyanide. Her fingerprints appeared clearly on pages explaining how to fill capsules with poison and reseal them. Stella's daughter Cynthia went to investigators. Cynthia told authorities her mom often complained about Bruce. Stella said life would improve if Bruce died and insurance money became available. According to Cynthia, Stella practiced filling capsules using sand. Stella mentioned the Tylenol poisonings from 1982 and said she could do something similar. Police searched Stella's mobile home. In her storage shed, they found a strainer covered in cyanide crystals. Investigators also found glue, empty Excedrin capsules, and pink dust from earlier tests. Stella was arrested immediately. The trial started in Seattle in 1988. Prosecutors presented large photos showing how capsules were opened and filled with poison. Cynthia gave emotional testimony about her mother's behavior. Prosecutors stressed Stella's motive, opportunity, and the books she borrowed from the library. Her fingerprints on the poison-related pages were presented as strong proof. The jury deliberated for 8 hours. They returned a verdict of guilty. The judge sentenced Stella to 90 years in prison. She became the first person convicted under the new federal Anti-Tampering Act. Nickell's conviction still tops America's deadly product tampering cases. Chicago Tylenol Murders, 1982. An unknown person stuffed cyanide into Tylenol capsules. 7 people died, and the drug industry rushed out foil seals, shrink wrap, and safety caps. Graham teacup poisoner Young. London, 1962. A toxin-obsessed clerk brewed toxic tonics for co-workers who never made it home before Scotland Yard closed in. Mary Antifreeze Winkler, Kansas, 1987. She spiked her husband's sports drink with antifreeze. He lived for days, and detectives linked the drink to his death. Teacups, pill bottles, energy drinks. Ordinary items become little ones' greed. Rage or heartbreak takes over. Most people picture murder as a jealous argument, but sometimes it's just boring paperwork, a pill bottle, and a cold step-by-step plan. Have you ever trusted something, medicine, food, a person, only to realize too late it wasn't safe? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe, my darlings, and return next Thursday for another tale where the ordinary turns deadly. Until then, check your bottles, question the seals, and remember, danger doesn't always knock.